Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pillars of Eternity 2. I'm Colonel RPG, as usual, and I'm very happy to have you here with me as we bring down a priest and a dragon. I think that's a dragon, I'm not really sure. We are exploring the lower southern places, and it's all amazing, and Takeo is now sort of getting himself into a little bit of trouble. Let's see what I can pull off with him. He has that, which is great. Let's go ahead and do that. Also, that's a bit of a problem. Let's try and make sure that doesn't constitute the biggest problem here. Because if that is the one that gains us extra wounds, then I would prefer not to get it. So you did that already, which is pretty nice. I will go ahead and get a little bit of this, which is also going to be pretty nice. And I'm going to get some Circle of Protection up in here, and especially, man, I keep not being able to get the spell shaping working, because it's such a nice thing. I really enjoy spell shaping. Okay, so you're gonna do a Pierce the Bell. That one is for lower defense, I think. Can I see? Ranged weapons gains bonus. Well, we did it. I was all afraid of things. Ooh, nice things. I like nice things. +2 resolve. Nah, nobody needs that. What is this? Reptilian blood, some other things. I need Adraban. Or, not Adraban. What is that from? Is it from this game? Is it Adraban? It might be Adraban. That sounds like a thing from another game, though. What do we have? Not you. You. Ring of the Solitary Wanderer. +1 resolve grants Lone Wolf, which becomes exceptional resilient to hostile effects. -20, exceptionally. -35% duration. It's not really that great. The resolve is kind of interesting, but we don't need it. And also, we're not Lone Wolves. That would be for a single character, which you can absolutely do. Can you? Wait, I'm saying that. I've never done it for the first game, have I? No, I finished it on maximum difficulty, but I definitely had a team. Super had a team. Like, the amount of team I had, you don't even. That was quite a journey. I will cherish it in my memory until 10 years from now, which is probably I'll forget it. Well, it's always online, so well, unless YouTube dies, in which case I will have other problems to contend with. Can we not go over there? Interesting. Okay, well, we're not going back there. And we have a little bit of a thing over here. Let's see what we have over there and then turn back north, because we have a town over here. A solitary rice farm. It looks bountiful enough to welcome trade. Yay! What are you doing? Can I sell you? I can absolutely do. So that would be that. Okay. And then I can sell you these. Sorry, champion spear. Yeah, we don't need these. Even though some of them could be nice. We're never gonna use them anyway, so yeah. It's fine. Okay, everything is good on this. Then we have fine stuff, which we do not need. And we're never... this is exceptional, but I need superb, right? Yeah. Well, not need, but I'll keep it. What do we have? Superb. Flail. Good. Yeah, I'm not gonna need weapons. And besides, I stick to the unique ones anyway, but I'll still keep an eye on those over there. What's that? Valiant Frock Coat. Oh yeah, I remember getting that one. Juana Guard Brigandine. Some really cool things. Evidently. And we have a superb leather armor. Good things. Then a bunch of other stuff over here. I'm gonna sell these, even though I probably shouldn't. And I'll keep the capes and things, because those are actually kind of good to have, even though I'm never gonna use them. But I also don't need the money, so we're safe. It's all good. It's all fine. Then books. We have some of those. I really wish the new books from the Deadfire were a little bit more obvious to tell, because I've read I read the books from the first game, and I incorporate a lot of what I learned from there into the commentary, just normally, you know. But so we're making 22,000. That's good enough. But I would like to read the new ones. There's only, to be fair, there's only like a couple of books that really matter to read, especially in the first game. The second game, well, I wouldn't know, would I? So yeah, from the books from the first game, there is a book that talks about all the horrible things in the Deadfire in the first game. There is, but you don't really need to read it. It's Port Marché. Didn't we need to come here? Now that we're here, I mean, I suppose. Oh, it's in Port Marché. Abaco, the wild mare, Queen's Birth. Absolutely not Port Marché. Marché. I never know. So these people are not slavers, so I will not murder them mercilessly. We have a bunch of stuff flying around. Some gunpowder. The fishing pools. This looks lovely. What do we have over here? You stand on the forecastle, gazing out at clear skies and gentle seas. The chattering of your crew darkens, adopting an ominous tone. Gathered at the starboard railing, they peer out at the sea. By the gods, Imani mutters. The surface of the sea swells. An enormous glowing shape is surfacing. What in Wales' name is that? Actually, I can try to identify it. Who's good at nature here? Okay. Yeah. That wasn't nature either. A resplendent phantom. We could not ask for a fairer omen than this beauty. Takeo cups his hands and lets out a deep musical call that carries across the waters, or the waves. The whale answers with a majestic spray of water. A long, pale creature breaks the surface of the water. Its skin is translucent and freckled with phosphorescence, and you can make out the ghostly outlines of luminous organs beneath it. The creature rolls slowly, staring back at you with a glowing blue eye. The nerve behind it is as thick as a halyard. Eld Angrim smiles. This one is young still. So that's probably a humpback whale, or something to that extent. Because of the freckled, translucent skin. Could be a blue whale. I don't know that blue whales actually come out of the water, though. Thoughts, crew? Imani leans over the railing. Plenty of meat on the beast. A prize like that could feed us for days. With the captain's permission. Imani smiles woefully, or hopefully. Others murmur eager assent. Jordu, red-handed, grins fiercely. A quarry worthy of the Lord of the Hunt. Let's have some exciting, Captain. Nodding, Imani smiles. Eldengrim steps back appalled. You'd kill one of Ondra's harbingers and squander this blessing? Yeah, I agree with that. We'll let the creature pass in peace. Jordu lose morale? What band of murderers these people are? Jordu red-handed sighs at the crew members. As the crew members resume their duties, you sail on. Adair points affably in approval. Because he likes chickens. He doesn't like chickens. He painted them. He likes animals. Yet the magnificent creature continues alongside your ship for many hours. A low, mournful music rises above the light percussion of the waves, and a gentle peace envelops your crew. When night falls, the beast is beside you still, a comforting light in the darkness. By morning, it is gone, but the sense of calm it brought remains. See? And Vector is less of a crappy boatswain now. We gained experience. Seriously, these people. Killing a whale, come on! I mean, even if it's a humpback whale... Wait, yeah, humpback whales are enormous as well. They're, like, super intelligent, too. I was gonna say a blue whale, it's, like, the worst. So, are we... Yeah, we're supposed to go there. But then again, where's the kill, murder? Well, I'll never know, will I? That one, kill, murder. Where is that? A waterfall in the southern shore. What? The island, southern shore. Okay, that makes sense. Kazuwari, where would that be? Could be down there. Have we been here? There, I mean? Maybe. Let's go. Let's explore. So let's go south, and maybe we'll find more whales. Who knows? Who knows? It's kind of complicated with whales, or with animals in general. We humans have such a difficult time assigning intent to expressions. We need animals to emote, and that's why dogs emote a bunch. And cats don't do that as much, but they still do. Like the meowing of cats is not. We're losing morale. You guys are drinking water? My God, what is this? Who's drinking water in here? I can't have this. Then again, I don't really have much else. I can't have this. I don't have anything else, but still. I could not give them anything, I suppose. It does... like, it says -1 crew morale, so I guess not giving them anything would be better, wouldn't it? It wouldn't be better. I know. I'll give them some beer. 30 beers. Or lager, actually. Well, lager is beer, so there you go. But for a sea animal, like, we're so distant. I'm sure if you're like a biologist that that deals with whales and whatnot, you can tell what they're thinking and all this sort of stuff. What is that? It's a Principe San Pantrena. Ruddy Rabble. Ruddy. Yeah, I don't need to kill them. But for a normal person, figuring out what the heck's going on the brain of a whale, on that massive thinking thing that is the brain of a whale. You guys just want to... Come on, I'll get some fruit then. Bye. Fresh fruit, 14. How much do we need to eat? I don't know. I should pay attention to that. Not that it matters, but still. So we have some things. Let's keep going around. Let's speed that up. Ain't got all day. I do have all day. And we are 17 laggers. You jerks. I wonder what's going to happen when they can't drink enough lagers. Ooh, this is going to be tricky. Phew. Whew. I'm going in. I'm going in. I'm nuts. Oof. You guys don't even. Two skull. Didn't we do something like that earlier in the game? The colonial outpost before you is as silent as a crypt, and I'll search through it and get nothing of value out of it. I got 16 rice. And dead eyes. What the heck is that? Oh, drugs. Yay, you got drugs and rice. And to Ondra Tara, which is Ondra's tooth. Teeth, I guess. Yeah, no Adraban. Which is really what I wanted. So we haven't been here. Let's go up through there. Through here, I mean. What the heck's going on? Sand-swept ruins. Searing hot winds rip across the dunes. You shield your face from the onslaught, but it's of little use. Sand makes its way into every vulnerable little crevice it can find. You spot a structure ahead. I'm gonna forge ahead through the sandstorm. Up close, it appears to be the ruin of an ancient Hoana building. Perhaps a temple. An obscured entrance leads into a sand-covered hillside. Perhaps a temple, spoken like a true archaeologist there. If anything, it's always religious, it's always symbolic. Everything. That's an old sort of a meme of archaeologists, to be honest. It's not it's more or less representative of the way archaeologists write and think. That's not how skeletons work. That is super not how skeletons work. I've seen these things before as well. I'm not sure what to say about this. So we're disarming the, those ones over there. Which is meant to, we're finding a lot of hidden things. Not really sure what kind of hidden things you think you're finding, but whatever. We're sort of meant to figure out that there's only one way to traverse this. Oh, you can, oh, sure. There's only one way to traverse this without stepping on two types of tiles. Oh, that's what we were finding. I have myself a fine hide armor and a frog helm. And also that thing. Cool beans. That was a secret thing. Cool stuff. That's not how skeletons work. What do we have over here? Could I find it? Look at that. That's Ondra. No, I don't know if it is. It's a wave. I wouldn't be able to find this one. Not really sure. Oh, it's a... Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's the same one, though.
Interesting.
Sort of. It's Penumbra?
I'm here. Absolutely.
Yeah, let's go detect a bunch of things.
You have my attention.
Yes. I also have the traps you're getting for me.
What say?
You didn't do it? What the heck? Why didn't he do it? Did he stop? Oh, look at that. Another... I don't know what to say. Okay. So we got all the things. Let's go back over here. and check out what that secret passage is. I thought it may be a shortcut. Not 100% certain I want to go through a shortcut right now. Give me just treasure. Oh no. Go away.
Speak freely.
That's why you save. I'm not even gonna sleep there. How did it work that I didn't... How did any of that work? I don't get it. That I didn't, I don't know. That I didn't get injured the first time? Or does it activate? Is it a question of activation? Oh. Oh, I saved back here. I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm listening.
Yeah, you
What
are. I say, you throw some stones at that. Can you? Yes, you can. How about some you throw some stones? Oh, look at this scroll shaping. Yay. Ooh, it changes the hit chance or something. That's a lot more powerful.
Yes, Captain.
What are you talking about? This does not work. He doesn't have spell shaping. Hmm. They pronounce different things.
Speak your mind.
Pay attention if he says Athek. He does. He does say Athek. I always thought it was Athen.
This does not work.
You shut up. You just murdered them. And what are you talking about? There we go. Good things.
At once.
Sorry, dead person. What are you? Just a dead person. I wonder what killed them. What do we have? Ripple sponge. Is that drugs? It is, isn't it? Yes, it is. That sounds like the cutest drug. It's just that petrified, not petrified, but powdered sponge in a little bit of a paper, and it's brown paper, which is the best kind of paper, except for, well, for writing and drawing. It's not as nice for that, unless you have some really nice inks, in which case it is. Well, actually, I wouldn't know, because ink is complicated, because if it reacts with the paper in ways that you might not like. So I wouldn't know, because I've never inked. But it does look good, the black on the brown. We have a grenade and exceptional hide armor, and now we have no traps. I don't trust that. What the heck? Penumbra would be able to spot this. Penumbra spots everything. What did I open? Did I disable all the traps? Is that what happened? It might have been. With the thing that we activated. Okay, this is feeling like that tower in Baldur's Gate 2 that I die a lot at. Can't activate those. On the altar before you rests a spiked hammer and a kith skull gone yellow with age. Let's examine the altar. Wrought of ancient stone, this altar has seen better days, though it's remarkably clean for where you found it. Its base is riddled with cracks, and the grasping metal hands at its corners are listing to the right. Listing to the right, the metal hands. Okay. What about the skull? The skull is of Kith origin and clearly ancient, having grown brittle and fragile with time. Embedded in its forehead is a strange stone. Its immediate purpose is unclear. What about the hammer? The hammer is scored with deep gouges and marred with spots of rust. Its significant heft and fine steel head suggest the hammer might have once been a quality weapon of war, but it has surely seen better days. Well, no, warhammers are smaller than tool hammers. My character doesn't know anything about hammers, warhammers anyway. I can pick the skull up or lift the hammer from the altar. Let's go with that. You gingerly take, it's called the last word, and you can tell the size of that thing. Actually, you can't tell the size of that thing. You can see the shape, and that's how a warhammer looks. And honestly, I would say that, you know, that's about the size of a normal, like, nail hammer. It's not quite like a sledgehammer, but yeah, that's about it. You gingerly take the hammer, Testing its weight in your hand, you discover it's surprisingly well balanced. It's not a sword. A sword is supposed to be well balanced, sort of. I mean, not necessarily. Depends on the type of sword. You might want it a lot of the weight at the hilt, for example, for a thrusting sword, for a saber. Not for a saber, actually. A saber is not thrusting. I was thinking of a rapier or a stock, because those you need. There's a name for it as well, and I don't know the name. It's so geeky to know that name. Point control? Point control is the name of it. Yeah, look at me knowing about sword stuff. Yeah, you need point control for certain weapons, and for those you want the hilt of the weapon to have the most of the weight. But for a normal sword, you want it just above the hilt. Normal sword generally has most of the hilt, like 10 centimeters, 4 or 5 inches after the guard on the hilt. A weapon doesn't need to have a guard, it usually does. Or a sword, anyway, it doesn't need to have a guard, but it usually does. And if it doesn't have a guard, it has a thing that happens, and it has a name, and I don't know the name of it. But anyway, I can't know anything, everything, can I? Pick up the skull. You carefully lift the skull from the altar, and it's just a skull. A large Amao skull with a small stone embedded in its forehead. As you move the skull, the stone shakes slightly in its socket. Don't do that. Why would you shake the... Don't do that. That looked like the skull from Diablo 2. Yeah, there's nothing here. There's an embalmed skeleton, because otherwise that's not how skeletons work. So I have to assume that they prepared the skeleton so it looks like that. Could also be made out of stone. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. I must be missing a check over there, or a skill, or a mission. Yeah, I really can't do anything there. Well, I guess that's that. Not doing anything else. We're leaving with the skull and the hammer. Actually, I should look at what the hammer is. The hammer that I'll sort through date is a exceptional hammer. Cannot use active abilities for 2 seconds on critical hit. I assume that's not the character who's using it? It's the character who takes it. Because it says quietening, not silencing. Which sort of hints at it being a downside of the hammer, which, you know, kind of... Oh, the quiet isle. No, I don't need the duh. Just quiet isle. Quiet isle. It's not gonna be very quiet when I go down to the bottom. Also, how the heck? Oh, yeah, this is one of the mapping assignments that I have. The path winds up into the hills, narrowing to little wider than a cart. The cliffs offer a sheer drop down into the crashing sea, the water foaming white where it throws itself against the rocks. You realize... Oh, crap. You realize that what you initially took to be several large lumpy stones are in fact Eotens, 2-headed monstrosities. As you watch, one of them absent-mindedly lifts a boulder and hurls it into the sea, and that's what you heard. The Eothens guffaw, their laughter guttural. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I know what it means. I'm gonna speak to the Wilder and see if they are friends. I don't think they are. The Eotens grunt as you approach, pressing against the stone. They push themselves to their feet. Food at last, one bellows happily. They heft heavy tree trunks from their shoulders. I'm gonna succeed, but I suppose I could give you some food if you let me pass. I'll try it. The Eotens exchange a long look. Are listening with all ears, one of them says. What offers little softling? Make it good, the second grunts. Vegetables. You look like you could use some vegetables. Fresh from Nekataka, I have some. No, the Eoten shakes his head. Its head. Oh, will not eat whatever that is. Do better. How about some aged shark meat? I like calling it aged. It's not rotten, it's just aged. Do you like shark? I've got some finely aged shark meat. Captain, hands off, I say. Oh, no, wait. That's Takeo talking. Aghast, Takeo steps back. What? You didn't like that? The Eoten sniffs at the slab of meat. Stinkfish. It inhales deeply and then nods. Stinkfish is like Eoten of sea. Deal. Go, softlings, before we become hungry again. And they climb up the cliffside, leaving the path before you clear. Takeo, didn't you like that? You didn't like it that I did the thing? It doesn't say anything about not liking it. So I suppose yay? I'm not very good at making friends. But when I'm good at finishing the episode, actually. So that's gonna be oh no, we have things before we say goodbye. As you descend from the high mountain paths, you find a small camp nestled in the sand. Tense, tired horses with their legs camped out. Horses do that? Anyway, campfires crackling. It seems far too active for an ambush to be in wait. A small group approaches a motley band of kith bearing quality arms and armor. The foremost, a deeply tanned dwarf, raises a hand in greeting. "You're coming down the pass?" she asks. "Don't suppose that means you've dealt with those filthy Eotens, does it?" No, I made a deal with them. The group's small Orlan blinks. "A deal?" she asks. "What? Did you feed them one of yours to let the rest pass?" "Don't be ridiculous, Midge," the dwarf shakes her head. "They probably just threw them some meat and moved on before the beasts finished eating it." She winks at you. The Almao grins, hefting a heavy axe. "That leaves the bastards for us." The dwarf strokes her chin. "Well, you may not be a friend yet, but you're certainly no enemy. Seeing as we're going nowhere soon, why don't you sit a spell by our fire?" "Sure." You step into the camp and come to sit beside a fire, although it looks like they intended to put it out before you got there. This is bad. The Almao feeds it another log. The dwarf gestures to a pot hanging over the flames. "Got some stew left. Fish and vegetables, nothing fancy." That sounds horrible. That sounds like my nightmare. I hate it. Not that I hate... Well, I do hate fish, but no, I don't hate vegetables. But the mixture of both in a stew? My God, I once had to eat something like that. I had to pretend I was eating literal trash to be able to bear it. Because if I thought that I was eating vegetables with fish, I wouldn't be able to keep it down. I'd like to know more about your company. The dwarf taps the scar on her dusty chin. "Well, we formed in the Living Lands. It's where Midge and me hail from." She gestures to the short Orland. "She's our mindbreaker. Franco here's from from Old Valia, a sworn brother of the Dark Cozy Paladin." The tall man clangs a gauntlet against his breastplate and bows at the waist. Xandran gestures to the pale elf. "That's Lislaw, dear, from the White That Wends. He handles the magic. And Watchka," she nods to the island Almawa, "left Rawatai where she ran out of things to put her axe in." "Anyone else you see around's a hireling, but still some..." Oh, no, she continues. It's still the dwarf talking. "But still some of the best. We've been all over the Leaving Isles and Deadfire both." Midge grins. "Right now we're drawing coin off of an endearing noble as members of the Deadfire Archipelago Explorer Society." The Orland chuckles quietly. "More or less. I'm sure you have some great stories to tell." The Valian rises as if this were his cue. "Ak, you have no idea." Well, I guess we don't, because we're out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pillars of Eternity 2. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.